Students at St. Kate's are food insecure. We have research that shows that there are students on our campus that don't have enough to eat.
We see about 35 students each week that we're open, and we distribute about 700 pounds of food. Natalie Nation, St. Kate's student who works with us, coined the phrase students feeding students. And so students are really invited to participate in the food shelf and also in the a solution around food insecurity, which is growing your own food so that you can access healthy, organic, local food, even if you can't afford it.
We don't want students to think that by coming to the food shelf they're taking food away from another student. That is absolutely not the case. We have enough food at the food shelf to feed a huge number of students, probably more than we do have coming to the food shelf right now, and we want students to know that if they have a need, they should come to the food shelf and they're not taking food away from another student by coming.
The food shelf is open the first and third Wednesday each month.
Yeah, so we have a variety of food available in the food shelf for students. We have our pantry, which is our probably the largest area of food. It's canned goods, dried goods, boxed goods, things like that. We try to shop when we're purchasing items for the food shelf with health and diversity in mind, thinking about students with different cultural taste preferences, students with food allergies, and we're looking for foods, especially foods that are more healthy, so fruits and vegetables. And then we also receive donations from Twin Cities Food Justice for produce, and we get bread from the breadsmith, so that's pretty exciting. So we usually, along with the community garden produce that we get when it's in season, we have a lot of different options for students. The St. Kate's Food Shelf is for any St. Kate's student who feels that they might not quite have enough to eat, and that could be anyone from someone who just decides to skip vegetables one week because money's kind of tight, all the way to someone whose student loans aren't covering enough, or just anyone who feels that they have a need. We encourage them to come to the food shelf, and we don't want anyone to think that their need is not great enough, because if you have a need, then you do have a need and you should come to the food shelf.